Hi everybody, welcome to Caffeinated Crafting. My name is Daniela, known as Caffeinated Gert around the interwebs. Before I get it all started, I want to introduce you to our newest little family member. This is Pistachio, the very wiggly mustachioed kitten. You say hi? Oh, he's ready to go down. Well, I held him long enough to get this video started. Here you go, baby. And he's like, I'm ready to go now. I have had the story that I have wanted a kitten for a while, and my husband kept saying, "Nah, we don't need another kitten." I'm like, okay, fine. But then I love mustache kitties, and it's like, okay, but if I find a mustache kitty, I can have a kitty, right? He was like, yeah, okay. If you find a mustache kitty, you can have a kitten. Of course, I'm thinking he probably thought I wouldn't find a mustache kitty. And we were sitting at knitting, or about to leave the other day, and my friend Dawn says, "Anybody want a kitten?" And I said, "Has he got a mustache?" And she says, "Yes." And I'm like, no way, kitten has a mustache? So we discussed it around here for a couple of days, and we ended up adopting Pistachio. So here's a better shot. This is what he looks like. He's got the little white mustache with the little blotchies in it, and then he has a black goatee, and then the rest of it's white. He's so cute. He's the sweetest little thing. He gets into lots of trouble, but we've really enjoyed having him around. So like I said, my name is Daniela. I'm Caffeinated Gert around the interwebs. You can find me on Instagram as Caffeinated Gert. You can find me on Ravelry as Caffeinated Gert. Those are my two social media of choice. I don't really hang out anywhere else. I have Facebook, but I don't really do much with it. I have some family on there that I wouldn't keep up with otherwise. Other than that, don't do anything with it. You can find the vlog at www.caffeinatedcraftingpodcast.blogspot.com, and that really just has all the episodes. You're welcome to watch it there or on YouTube, and then it's also linked in the Ravelry group. You can find the podcast that way as well. We're currently doing the fall into fade into fall, whatever. We're fading and it's fall almost right now until November 1st. So if you have one of the fade patterns on the needles, or you're thinking about knitting it, you can cast it on and join along. You can knit the Find Your Fade, So Faded, What the Fade, and that knit along has started now, or Free Your Fade. So that will be super fun. The prize for that is this scarf I wove. And I am doing that knit along in conjunction with Wendy of the Sassy Pants Knitter, Silly Fruit, and Amanda, who is Mandy Cat, and she has the We Are Yarn podcast. I have to admit that I haven't worked on my fade very much, but I've gotten some other things off the needles and worked on, and I'm just going to go with that. So let's get into finished objects, which makes me realize I'm going to have to go to the post office tomorrow. Okay, so the first two little things I finished are two little purple hats. This one I just made up as I went along, and this one's a barley. These are going to, for the Click for Babies drive, I'm sending these to the gentleman of Two Guys Yarn, and they are to raise awareness for, I think it's shaken baby syndrome. So I finished two little hats. I finished those like right after the last time I recorded. I completely forgot that I need to mail those. So let me put them over here so I don't forget. Here, I'll put that in this bag, and I'll know all the stuff in there needs to be mailed because I have several things. Okay, I finished a barley. This is knit out of here it is, out of Unplanned Peacock sock, and this was the Summertime in East Tennessee colorway. That was a special colorway designed for Maryville Yarn Studio, which is the Hook and Needle. for the I-79 yarn crawl. The yarn crawl, it's over. If you want some though, I was at the Hook and Needle this weekend and they still had like 2 or 3 skeins. Just saying, if you're interested, you can find Hook and Needle as Maribel Yarn Studio on Instagram and contact them that way, or hookandneedle.com, I think. Let me make sure I'm not telling you a lie. I have kitty hair everywhere. Wonder how that happens. Let's see. Hook and Needle, Maryville, Tennessee. So I don't know if they have a web page, but it's Hook and Needle in Maryville, Tennessee. And look, here's their deets. There they are. If you really want the yarn and you can't find them on Instagram and what have you, send me a PM and I will look up their phone number for you. It's good stuff, and you're not going to find this color anywhere else. Summertime in East Tennessee. I held the yarn double to knit this hat, and I really love how it turned out. So there's that all finished up. I've been working on detention knitting. Oh, they're not calling it, for the Harry Potter, the O-Loops Harry Potter knit along. They're not actually calling it detention this year. It's getting ready for Hogwarts. But oh, excuse me. Kitten doesn't need to play with fiber. We don't want to get that started. So anyway, so it's the equivalent of detention in past years, where I posted what I have on the needles, and now I'm trying to clear them to get points for my team and such. So the next thing I finished is another Mammoth's Choice dishcloth. For this dishcloth, I used the Hobby Lobby cotton, which I think is, I don't remember what it's called. Some kind of, it's whatever their new brand name cotton is. It's not as hefty as Sugar and Cream. It's softer, but I don't know that that makes a difference in what it is. As little as this is, it had a knot. I'm not pleased by that. I have to say I wouldn't buy this yarn again. It's not horrible, but I wouldn't buy it again because I prefer Sugar and Cream for dishcloths to this. So that's just my little opinion. I finished some fingerless mitts. This is the Sam's Mitts pattern that I wrote up. You can find it on Ravelry. I used hand spun, the monster skein I showed you guys last time. And here are the mitts. They are fraternal. They don't matchy-matchy. And I also finished a hat that goes with them. For the hat, I used the same monster skein, but I held the yarn doubled. And this is the Skyping beanie. I like how it turned out okay. And I have another one on the needles that I'll show you in a minute because Aiden really liked it and I'm knitting it for him. But this would not be a go-to hat. I doubt I will knit it again. It's not a barley. I'm just saying. Barley, I can knit a barley anytime and I feel like it wears better. So Skyping beanie is okay. I wouldn't knit it again after I finished the one for Aiden. I had him try it on earlier because it looks huge and I just didn't really, I was worried that it wouldn't fit, but it fits. So, I don't know, we'll see. I finished a pair of Rose City Rollers. This yarn is from Fish Knits Yarn. It is After the Storm. It's got this lovely gray with rainbow stripes. It's the Rose City Roller. However, I used a Fish Lips Kiss heel because that's what I prefer. And now I can finally wear them. They've been done like almost a month and I'm like, I want to wear my socks. So there they are. I really, really enjoyed knitting with this yarn. I really did. I have some more fishnets yarn, and it's one of those dyers where I've been hogging the yarn and not using it. I need to not do that anymore. I need to use my yarn. Okay, and then I also finished my Wonder Woman socks. I still have the marker in this one. On the first sock, here is where I was last time I recorded. So I finished the sock and the second one since then. This yarn is from Night Owl Fibers. I have a tag for that one. They are in Houston, Texas. Oh, I didn't realize they were in Houston, Texas. I hope they're okay. Gosh. Night Owl Fibers. And you can find them on, I think it's Etsy. Yes. Yes, on Etsy. Lovely, lovely yarn. It was really nice to knit with as well. So I can't wait to wear these either. It's a little too warm to be wearing socks that tall at this point in the year here in Tennessee. Although last week, with all the storms coming through, Friday and Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, considering it was still August, early September, it was crazy cool outside. Crazy cool. Oh, tiger in the house. You might get to see a tiger too. Yeah, you'll get to hear a tiger for sure, I guess. Do you want to come say hi too? Come here. Over here. Come here. On this side. Can you come on this side? Hey, you. Come here. Yeah, come here. Can you come up here? Hey. They're playing. We kept them separated for the first week, and then I think Tiger finally forgave us for bringing the kitten home, and now they're good. Took a little while. Come here, Tiger. You want to say hi? Come here. Hey, come here over this side. Yeah, there you go. Come here. Hey, you. Come here. Okay, or not. Anyway, I did some spinning. I spun, I had 2 sets of this. This is Hobbledehoy Batlings. This was the, oh, I forgot tags in here. This was the Murder Mystery, and which is a luxury literary batling from Hobbledehoy. I had 2 bags, so I had 4 ounces, and this is what it looks like. Isn't it pretty? It's so soft. I just kind of spun it quick and dirty. I'm going to use this in some Christmas knitting. I'm going to knit some hearts that are the Gnome is Where the Heart Is pattern from No Knit Sherlock, Susan Claudino. It's little gnomes, but there's also a pattern to knit a heart, and I'm going to be knitting some hearts with this. So it's already gotten a bath and everything. It's all pretty and ready to go. I decided where to put things. I really want to clean up the Gert Cave a bit today so I can, hi kitten, so I can use it. And while I was giving that a bath, well, not at the same time, but the same day, I gave this a bath. So this was also from Hobbledehoy, and it was silly string batlings, and I applied them with this stuff, and it was silly string batlings from Hobbledehoy. I fold it a little bit to get it a little felted because I knew that little shiny string wasn't going to hold it. So here's what it looks like now. And I love how that turned out so well that I had spotted in her shop that she had some more up. So I bought some more silly string batlings because they're so much fun to spin. So this is what they look like before you spin them up. Take one out of the bag. So here's a little batling. and you unroll it, and then you spin it from one end. But see, it has all these little silly strings in it. Isn't that great? And it makes a really fun, lumpy, bumpy, crazy yarn. So I have 2 more bags of those because they were such a fun, cheer me up spin. So I guess I'll spin this batch sometime when I need to pick me up and a little happy, because these make me really happy. Spinning hobbledehoy in general makes me just really happy, I guess. The only other thing I have finished is this. Martina Bim came out with this pattern Thursday. The pattern is called One for the Books, and it's a planner cover. She has a new awesome knitting planner that you can get through her shop and stuff. But I didn't need a planner. And this one is shaped kind of odd. So I had to do some modifications, which is why I ended up having these little bits on the corners, which I kind of like how it looks because my yarn matches the book. It's cool because you have a little extra spot to put papers or whatever, and let's face it, it just looks cool. This is a good gift. This is not my planner. I have a passion planner, so mine is like big, like a regular paper size almost, but it's the correct dimensions, so I won't have to do any modifications. And I am going to knit myself one as well. But I quite like how this turned out. See? For this project, I used Barocco socks. This is what I used. Barocco socks. The colorway was 1408. And it is, what are you? Sock weight, superwash, and 75% superwash, 25% nylon. So I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. All right, so that's a lot of things finished this month, right? It's been a month, I think, or close. But I have been a busy little bee. Now let me show you what I am working on. Here is the, oh wait, I have one more finished object. Because I had got a new kitten, I decided the new kitten needed a cat bed. Now neither of the cats are using this. They've rolled around in it and played with the string a little bit. I put some catnip on it and Tiger thought that was really fancy. But they're not really using it to sleep on, so I don't know, maybe they will eventually. It got probably, let's see, I crocheted this. I used a size 50 hook and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands of worsted weight held together. Think about that. That's large. What I did is I had a basket of odds and ends and mostly acrylics that I really had used a little bit of for a specific project, and they're just kind of there to use if for a toy or whatever as needed. Now as Aiden's getting older, I'm knitting less toys and haven't really used them much. And I thought, well, this will be a great way to get it out of my stash. I'll just use these bits and bobs and such. So I cast on like 30 and knit a rectangle. Then I folded the rectangle in half to make a square-ish. It was still a rectangle, but I folded it in half to make so that this is double thick. So not only is it size 50, 6 strands of worsted, but there's really, it's 12 strands thick. So I folded it in half, and then I crocheted around the edge, single crochet. The rest of it is all half double crochet. A single crochet around the edge to sew up the parts where it's folded to make sure that they stay together. Does that make sense? And then I knit what I thought was going to be like a ledge. But it was really floppy and just kind of like, you know, it wouldn't stay up. So what I ended up doing is I folded it down and just sewed it down all the way around so that it's just a tiny little lip. And it looks like a good cat bed, but so far no takers. There's a kitten playing with my foot. You playing with my fushy? So I knit this. No, I did not knit this. I crocheted this like within the day or so of getting pistachio because I had the urge, as you do. It's got, you can tell where they've been playing with it, so I guess it's getting a little love. It has a crap ton of acrylic, some superwash, and it made me really happy because it emptied almost the whole basket. It used so much yarn. So anyway, here it is. I'm gonna throw that back there. See if we get any takers. All right, so that is really, hey look, we got a taker. He's like, oh, maybe. Maybe. Maybe I just didn't have it laying in the right spot. Never know. Maybe I'll leave it out here instead of putting it back in the living room. Alright, so the other thing I've worked on is Aiden's hat. This is the Skyping beanie. My yarn is from Dragonfly Fiber. It's Genie. And then the colorway is Van Gogh's Bedroom. Dragonfly Fibers. Van Gogh's Bedroom. I bought this at Hook and Needle. It's residing in my lovely Harry Potter bag from SoFlo. And let me put my extra needle back in there so I don't forget to. And here is what the yarn looks like. And here is where I am with the hat. So I quite like it. Aiden likes it, and I was worried about it fitting, and it does. So now I'm less stressed, and I'm happy to continue knitting. It's kind of a broken rib hat. It's meant to be slouchy, so it works. So the other hat and the mitts I knit are for my niece, and they were here visiting, and I kind of surreptitiously was like, hey, look what I finished. What do you think? And she liked them, so we're good. And she's older. She would be more happy to rock a slouchy hat. I was a little worried about Aiden that it would be too slouchy, but it's good. So yay for Aiden and this hat fitting. The only other thing I've actively worked on, I gave my Wonder Woman wrap like, I don't know, 4 or 5 rows, and I gave my fade, it's about this big now. I'm almost ready to do the first eyelet section, but I've been kind of focusing on these smaller projects just to get them off the needles and to get the points for my team, because those need to be, in order to get points, I have to be done with them by the end of September, and they're easy, and it's just what I've been doing. So here we have, I am almost done with this sock. Unfortunately, it's the first sock. These were originally intended for Aiden. However, his feet grew again, so now they are for me. This pattern is the Avenues by Mina Phillips of Knitting Expat Designs. Last time we chit-chatted, I was here, and so I knit down most of the foot. Let me go ahead and move this marker so that next time we'll know where I was this time. Move that on down here. Here we go. This yarn is, you don't need that napkin, a tissue, do you? This is from Misty Mountain Makers. This is her halfling base. My poor ball of yarn has seen better days, but this is the Sunfingers colorway. And here we go. It's Misty Mountain Makers. You can find her on Etsy. And you can also find her at the Hook and Needle in Maryville. She's a local dyer in Maryville, Tennessee. This is floating around in my fringe bag. And it's getting the attention now that my other socks are done. I frogged the purple socks I had started for Sam because the pattern I wanted to use from Mina, from Knitting Expat, I didn't realize, I knit the cuff. I did a 2x2 rib because I pretty much always knit a cuff with a 2x2 rib. And then I, put the pattern in. Well, I didn't realize that the pattern I had chosen called for a 1x1 rib, and it was not important, but it made perfect sense because it flowed into the pattern correctly. And with my 2x2 rib, the pattern looked off because it just didn't look right. And the yarn is so pretty that I don't even know if it should be on the feet. I might look for a hat pattern, or maybe do like maybe a sock head hat even. Just something. It's so soft. It has yak in it and silk, and I just don't think it needs to be on the feet. I can't knit it for the feet. Just can't do it. Or maybe I will if that's what he really wants, but I just don't want to. And Sam's got lots of socks, so maybe a sock head hat. I don't know. I need to rethink about what I want to make with that yarn. So these are the only two projects that I have currently actively on the needles. I have more on the needles, but those are the only ones I'm actually working on at the moment. Coffee. This is still my first cup of coffee. It is around 10 o'clock on Labor Day, so today is September the 4th. I'm recording this podcast, and then I'll send it to upload, and then I have to work for 4 hours. But, yay me, I work from home, so it's pretty easy. I got up, had a leisurely breakfast, tidied up in here enough for me to be able to find what's on my table and podcast. And, Sam's working a full day, so then I will join him in the office and work for a while. Hi, cutie pie. Are you playing with cords you shouldn't? Do you want to come say hi? Come here, little thing. Oh, he's such a little thing. He's such a little baby. Look at the little baby. He's such a purry little thing. He's a very good kitty. You are a very good kitty. Yes, you are. You getting sleepy? No, not the earring. He likes to nibble on my ears, even when I'm not wearing earrings. Silly Fru's cat likes your hair. This one likes my ears. Don't you? You like ears? Yes, I know. So, okay. Purchases. We are at purchases. So, I was at the Hook and Needle this weekend, and while I was there, I bought this magazine, Little Looms. It has nice projects in it that will be great for me to learn more about and use my Cricut loom. I'm quite, ooh, how? He had to go. All right. Life with a kitten. Projects for my Cricut 15-inch loom, or really for any rigid head loom. That startled me. Yes, you startled me, you squeaker. He has the sweetest little, he doesn't actually meow. He sounds like he's squeaking like a little mouse. Now we're playing, so he's busy. I don't want to show you what's all in the magazine, and I'm not like really into doing reviews, but they have cool stuff. So there's several scarves, obviously scarves. There are some different ways to weave things. Tools. There's a jacket I could weave. Oh, you weave the panels of the body and then knit the sleeves. I could give that a go. That looks like it would be fun. And the body of the jacket or cardigan are what always take forever. It's called Checkered Cardigan by Benjamin Crudwig. I'll show you that. Isn't that cool? Very cool. And you can see the back of it there. So might give that a go. The scarf right next to it is lovely. There's some different techniques that you learn from projects. There's a yoga mat yoga bag. Just some cool, interesting things that, oh, guitar strap. Somebody I know wanted to, oh, it shows you how to use the inkle loom. Alright, so anyway, cool little magazine. I hadn't seen it before. It's called Little Looms, and it is printed out by Interweave, of course. I think they only had 2 left, and we snagged both of them that were left. So I'm quite interested in seeing what all is in here. That jacket is really intriguing me. I got this awesome skein of Halfling, which is it's Cordell, 75% Cordell, 25% nylon. It's from Misty Mountain Makers. And I got a skein of self-striping. It's Unplanned Peacock Studios, and it's the Gold Balls colorway. So I don't know for sure, but I'm fairly sure that this would be exclusive to the Hook and Needle because it's a UT, University of Tennessee colorway, and why would someone else carry it? Unless, because I don't think any of the other yarn stores in Knoxville carry Unplanned Peacock. I am 99.999% sure they do not. So I love this yarn base. It's the same yarn base as this, right? Pretty sure. Peacock sock, peacock stripe. Yeah, it is. So I might knit this, or this might be a gift. I haven't decided yet. But I was really excited to find it because orange and yellow stripes, how fun would that be? Even if it's not a UT for UT, it will still be fun. So back when I was at Middle Tennessee Fiber Fest, I pre-ordered a set of these mini skeins from Rain's Obsessive Stitchery, and I told her there was no hurry, so you know, don't be alarmed by how long it took. I was in no hurry to get them. I want to weave with them eventually, I think. So here they are. It's on her, does it say? Yes. It's on Madeline Sock, which is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% Selena. And this is Nuke York. This is Pluto. This is La Pays Maudit. This is Olus. This is Key Largo. This is Neverwhere. This is Fort Repose. This is Hunt. This one is Facing the Wrong Way. This one is Scaro. And this one is Miracle Mile. Look how, I love it when it blows out the camera. This whole set will blow out the camera. They are 10 grams each. And I might weave with them. I just haven't decided exactly what to do with those yet. While we were at Hook and Needle, they got some new yarn in. And they gave us a sneak peek show. And I ended up grabbing these 2 skeins. They are Araucana Huaso Sock. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but here's what it looks like. The name. It is 75% superwash wool, 25% polyamide, which is basically nylon. And it is so soft. And completely not really my colors usually, but it's this gray with this little bit of gold. I got 2 skeins. My plan is to weave with this. And I think it will be glorious. Glorious. What you got under there? while I was at Hook and Needle, I also picked up a couple of goodies. I picked up a good Got Wool pin and a keychain key that is actually a needle gauge. For the first time ever, I scored a bag from a Fat Squirrel update. That has never happened. The updates are always such that either I forget or they go too fast, or I've never been able to catch an update. Now, I've seen her at shows and she's lovely, and I've gotten bags that way, which is really kind of nice because that way you get to speak to Amy Beth as well. But I really, really loved this fabric, and I was so tickled I was able to score a bag. It's so cute. These ghosts are killing me. Can't wait. This is her I think sock size bag. I have another one with owls that is the same size, and I use it quite a lot, so it's a great size for me. So, and we have ghosts baking cookies, and this one got washed with a red sweater, and he got colored pink, and then here's one writing a letter. So cute. The inside is muslin. So now I can use this cute bag, and it is from a Fat Squirrel. Love it. All right, and then last, but certainly not least, because, oh my gosh, Lydia outdid herself this year. If you are playing along for the O Loops Harry Potter knit along, and you ordered a slithering kit and you haven't received it yet, and you don't want to be spoiled. Oh wait, I have something else to talk about. Well, I'll do this first, and then I'll talk about spinning. Yes? You need me to pick you up again? Come here. Can you come over this side? Come here. Oh, he squeaks at me when he wants me to pick him up. Hi, sweet pea. Hi. So if you don't want to be spoiled, then take a break. Go somewhere else for a few minutes. I'm thinking at this point everybody has theirs though, because I've had mine for a few days. Yes. Oh, I love you too, sweetie. He's a sweet baby. So, I received a pattern. It's Hogwarts Express Cowl, and it is from Knitting Expat Design. So I'm super excited because I love Mina's patterns, and it looks like this. That came in my kit. This is Hogwarts Will Always Be My Home, and it is just ridiculously beautiful. It is so, so pretty. This one is Cunning Folk, so it's a slithering reference, obviously. It's a full skein and a half skein set. It's gorgeous. So gorgeous. There was some awesome tea in there that we've already been drinking. There was some Burt Spots Every Flavor beans that Aiden has gone through. There, from the Green Clover, there is some lovely slithering inspired soap. There are cute buttons, also slithering. There's a kitten being rambunctious. We've got some stitch markers and progress keepers. Oops. And a nice locket. It's like the Slytherin locket. It opens up, but it's hard to do with one hand. Like so. Kitten's all like, what you got there? And then also this set of stitch markers and progress keepers. Are you okay? Look at him. He's just like, yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. And this lovely little bag that stuff was in. We're going to put it back in there so little kitten won't mess with things, because he's a naughty little kitten. Aren't you? You're a naughty little kitten. But you're so cute, so it's okay. It's okay. I'm cute. So that was my Slytherin Prefect kit. Now the other thing I want to talk about is my current spin. Oh, here we go. You're such a toasty little thing. My friend Dawn mentioned, I think it was last weekend. She texted, we have a little group text going, and she texted, she says, have any of you ever done a combo spin? And I was like, combo spin sounded vaguely familiar, but I wasn't really sure what that even was. So I looked it up, and it turns out that the lovely Schnuffeltier, I love saying her name, on Instagram, who is the Passionate Spinner, which I meant to mention before, because my lovely Wonder Woman bag that I snagged by accident, and she graciously made one for me because I totally stole someone else's, or tried to. I didn't actually do it. Anyway, it's also from her, and so if you were interested in her stuff, you could find her at on Etsy as the Passionate Spinner, and she also has a lovely podcast. She's in Germany. I don't remember exactly where, but anyway, she's lovely. She's lovely. So I watched her. You're not supposed to be on the table, buddy. What are we doing? You ready to get back down? Come on. You want down, or do you want to sit in my lap, or do you want down? Okay. Sorry, I'm distracted by the kitten. So I looked it up, and Therese of the Passionate Spinner had a lovely tutorial that's super easy to follow about doing a combo owie spin. Dude, you just want it down. You can't come back up. Basically what you do is you take several braids of fiber and you break them up into 8s, and then you randomize them and put them in a bag, and then you spin them. Now, I want to knit a sweater with this. It's to be able to use fiber that's in your stash for a sweater spin. Even if you don't have fiber, that is all the same fiber. That makes sense? So, I am a big girl, and my plan is to knit a worsted boxy. So I have 11 braids. Well, they're not all braids. 9 braids of fiber and 3 sets of hobbledehoy battling that I've stripped down. And I have 1 bobbin finished, and I'm about halfway, maybe a little more, on my second bobbin now. And this is what it's looking like. And here is my bag of fiber. In the Ravelry group, I will put a link to the episode of the Passionate Spinner. It was a special episode she did just as a tutorial, so you can see how to do it and learn more about it. Should I forget to post said link, someone please remind me and I'll add it. I might forget by the time I get to put the stuff in there. I will do my best not to. I don't know if I think I can put a link in the YouTube also. I will try. I will try to put the link in the YouTube information thing, the box below. And then I will definitely put the link on Ravelry because I know how to do it there. Also, check out her podcast. I quite like it. I think that's it. Alright, so I'm going to get this all transferred to the laptop and get it uploaded, work my half a day, and I will see you guys soonish. Bye!